everyone, Sophia here for my great challenge. I just want to give you a recap of what I did yesterday in the basement. Cleaned out this whole corner here, dusted everything including the door little whatever you call them, slats. This has been cleaned as well, and then I cleaned the whole TV entertainment center here. Well, actually Edward did the top, but I reorganized everything here, so it's looking much better. And I did this whole corner over here. And if you're wondering what I did with all the frames that were here, I put them right here inside the boiler room. They need to be either hung, or I need to reframe artwork or whatever. So what am I doing today? Finishing the basement. I'm going to do this corner first because I'm working in a circle, following the FlyLady. This table, I'm ambivalent. I still don't know what I want to do. This sofa here I need to put back together, and then there's this whole area here that has a majority of my cleaning supply, and then all of the floor needs to be vacuumed and whatnot. So in case you were wondering, and this is the first time you're watching my video, I'm Sophia, and I am doing the FlyLady for the entire month of May. I may actually continue it in June. I don't know. It was really tough to film and edit every day, but it's keeping me motivated, and I think it's keeping you motivated as well. So I'm going to try to continue. I may not guarantee a video every day, but I'm going to definitely continue to do the weekly and daily cleaning within the zones throughout the month of June and after that. Anyway, so why am I doing this? Because the house really needed it, and today is the last video in the series. We are May 31st. I will do a process video on what I've learned and how the FlyLady has helped me. There's a lot of techniques on how to do things that have been very beneficial to me because I'm usually all over the place. Kind of like what I'm doing here in the basement, working in a circle along the walls instead of going from left to right or over here and over there, and then I'm going to do this. I'm just working methodically. It helps relax me when I'm doing it. I don't feel overwhelmed. I've learned to take breaks in between, which is really helpful. And generally speaking, the house has been staying clean and maintained. There's been a few relapses here and there, but for the most part, they were able to be resolved within 5 minutes. So yeah, I think this is really working out for me. I know it looks like a lot of work for those of you who've been watching the series from the beginning, but understand that number one, I've done 30 minutes a day instead of 15. And also there was a serious level of dirt and grime and disorder and clutter in this house. So if your house is relatively decluttered and not as big as mine, or if you have less stuff than me, it's probably easier for you to follow along. Anyway, let me get to this. So now I have a little bit of an issue. I don't know what to do. I have two tables here, and I'm not sure which one I need to keep. I can't keep both. I gotta be honest, I can't keep both. So there's a big mess here, of course, because, you know, kids with allergies, what do? They use tissues and they throw them on the floor. That's my life, okay? Comment all you want. All right, so I have this table here, which is a little white table, which fits the basement decor. And I have this one here, which is an antique walnut table. And I know it looks like it's not straight. The floor is not straight. So what do I do? Should I keep this one or that one? I think I'm just going to keep this one because it fits the decor. I don't really need a table in the basement. But what do I do with this? Can I let go of it? I don't know. I really don't know. It is damaged. We picked it up from Grandma's garage after she passed. She had it for many, many years. Then it landed in the garage, but it needs to be refinished. I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm going to put it to the side. I'm not going to keep it in the basement. Maybe I can use it upstairs. I don't know. Yeah, can you hear the inability to make decisions? That's my problem, guys. I can't make decisions when it comes to stuff like that. And I'm really not attached to it sentimentally, but I just feel like it's a terrible thing to throw that away. Okay, I'm putting it to the side, not addressing it now. All right, let me do this corner. You know, I don't even know why I keep this rug, to be honest. It is practical, but let's see what kind of horror we're going to find behind this big chair. Oh my goodness. Okay, here I have two blankets, and what do? I have a cheaper one, and I have one that's kind of pretty. So this one's gonna get washed. This one I'm getting rid of. See, I'm decluttering. Okay, tissue box. There's barely any tissue left. Okay. That was a gift. It needs a new battery. That's the clock. I'm gonna put it right here. This keep definitely. Putting it right here. Okay, so now the table, I'm keeping it. Should I put it here in that corner or should I leave it here? I'm probably going to leave it here, but I do have to wash everything. So just like I did in the other video, if you use salt, it's a mild abrasive. Oh man, there's some stuff on here that just doesn't come off. Let me try baking soda. Let's see if baking soda will take care of it. I don't even know what this is. First of all, baking soda is a deodorizer. And I'm going to use my little brush thing here. Let me see if I can get rid of this. I don't know what this is. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see this right here? It's like a weird stain right here. I don't know what this is. I gotta figure it out. So far I have this corner here. I swept everything and I did all of the cobwebs that were on the top and did the picture frames, and then the leather lounger with the ottoman have been dusted. This whole area here has been clean. I'm going to go ahead and dust this area here. I'm going to go ahead and put the sofa slip cover in the wash. It shouldn't be taking too long because I got to restructure the sofa. So let me do that now, and then I'll come back and do that particular corner. And because this is a damp basement, I'm going to sprinkle baking soda all over my rug, and I'm going to let it sit for 20 minutes, just about. And then I'll vacuum the whole thing over, and what it does is that it pretty much deodorizes it, but not giving it a nice smell. Basically what it does is that it gets rid of odors. Because the dogs do come here once in a while, and you know, they lounge like, and the cat was here a lot too. So I just want this to be deodorized and cleaned up a little bit. And while this is soaking in, you can put a drop or two of essential oil in there as well, but you gotta wait for the oil to be completely absorbed inside your baking soda, which I don't have time for. I'm just going to do the baking soda and that's it. We'll see what it looks like. While this is pretty much soaking in, I'm going to go ahead with the vacuum and do all of the edges, you know, the baseboards, the heating board and all of that, and then I'll come back and do this. Alright, it's been 20 minutes. Let's find out if this thing works or if I'm going to regret sprinkling baking soda on. There's only one way to find out. Let's smell it. Oh wow, it doesn't smell like anything at all. It works. This is great, guys. It works. Sprinkle baking soda on your rugs. It works. No smell whatsoever. This is great. Okay, who would have thought? Okay. Alright, so this is working and I'm very happy. And you know what? It also took out some of the moisture. Not that it was wet or anything, but you know what I mean. Alright, I'm gonna finish vacuum the whole thing. The slip cover is in the dryer right now. So I'm moving right along, and this is not gonna take me too long, but I do want to give a good vacuum and do the baseboards and the corners and you know, whatever, just to get rid of all of the dirt I could not get with the regular broom. Alright, you guys, the basement is done, finally. Alright, so here's one corner. Everything is dusted, vacuumed, mopped, swiped, decluttered. See, I got one less bookcase. This is clean. Oh, the amount of dirt that came out of the water for that thing was unbelievable. I got this done. The laundry folding counter is clean. This is still a little bit wet, so I gotta be careful where I step. This has been all decluttered or at least reorganized, and this is clean. And then on this side, I'm gonna walk on the edges here. This is done as well. I still have the vacuum and my stuff here. I'm gonna go this way so you can see. Okay, I didn't put the painting up. And this is done as well, right? Okay, so here's my basement, you guys. You know, if you've watched the channel for a long time, you probably remember what this basement used to look like. And it did take a long time today to get it back in order. Hopefully, once I do the maintenance weekly and monthly in the zone, this is probably not going to be as bad. You know, but again, the kids have got to learn to clean up after themselves. So now let's reflect a little bit on the FlyLady, since I've done an entire month worth of it, filming almost every single day, but definitely cleaning every day for 1 month. So, reflecting back, this was a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie, the FlyLady, when you do the first month, is a lot of work. Now, I chose to do everything that's on the list. That's me. You can definitely start it and not do as much as I did. The only difference for you is that to get the house where you want it to be, it might take you 2 or 3 months. Me, I just wanted to do it in 1 month, only because that's the way I process things. I just wanted the house clean, organized, and decluttered, and I think I did a pretty good job. You tell me down below. To me, it seems that I have done a good job because I did get rid of a lot of stuff. And you guys, do you remember my 30 bags in 30 days? How much stuff I got rid of? And then throughout the years before that and after that, how much stuff I got rid of? And I still had stuff to get rid of. And I probably still have stuff that can get out of here. It's unbelievable the amount of junk and nonsense we accumulate in one house. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm in recovery, but I'm definitely thinking twice about getting things inside the house. Shopping has been really, really limited in the past 30 days. Like, to be honest, I haven't even bought makeup. No, I'm lying. I had to replace my foundation. So that's the only thing. So the swatches and stuff is going to be pretty much empties this month, which I'm going to film next weekend, and I know I'll be late, but that's okay. I just, you know, I mean, I don't want to spend my life filming either. I do want to go out. I still have to garden today, and then tomorrow we're going out. Anyway, so what have I learned? I've learned that nothing is unmanageable when you tackle it chunks at a time. If you work just 15 minutes every day and you make it a point to keep your areas decluttered and vow hotspots away so you don't have hot spots anymore. It's actually easier to clean, like when you have nothing on surfaces. And it sounds like common sense, and I know that some of you are watching my videos and are just going like, well, duh, yeah, okay, but that's you, okay? I'm sure your house is perfect, all right, but mine is not, so we're going to talk about that. So when you have very little things on a surface, when you go and you dust, it's easy to do because you just give it a good swipe and then you're done. But when you're like me and you have a lot of things, whether or not you deem them necessary in the house is neither here nor there, okay? We know there's a disease here and I'm working on it. It's a process, okay? So it's much easier when it's decluttered. It's much easier when there's a method, and instead of running around like a chicken without your head and feeling overwhelmed because you have so much that seems to need to be done, you do it in a specific order. It gives you structure, and that's really what I was missing, was the structure. I basically needed somebody to tell me what to do, and the FlyLady did that for me. Do I agree with everything in there? Not necessarily. The lists for the deep cleaning, for me, or the detailed cleaning list rather, for me they need to be rewritten. I have to add things and remove some stuff. Granted, she only gives you those lists as guidelines, so whatever your house is, you need to make your own list. But do the FlyLady the first month for the first 2 or 3 months just the way it is in the book and recommended as guidelines. When you are comfortable with it, then you can just tweak it to match your specific house and your specific needs. I think I'm almost there. I'm not going to tweak it next month. Next month I'm going to go back, which is tomorrow for you guys. I'm going to go back into a zone 1 and start doing the things I didn't get to do the last time. Like for instance, my door, my back door, there's some stains on it that I need to scrape off and do the Gooby Gone on it. There's other things that need to be done in the house that, like, there's a thing here that needs to be replaced. So all of those things I'm going to integrate in my next round, and we'll see how that goes. I think I've learned a lot about myself and how easily I get distracted. I've learned a lot about the amount of stuff I've brought in. It's interesting because when you bring in one item at a time, you don't see it. But when you start having to declutter and push it around, that's when you become not overwhelmed, because I was not overwhelmed at all this month, but that's how you become more aware of the amount of stuff you brought in, okay? And I have a love for old things. I like antiques, vintage stuff, memorabilia, you know that. I love garage sales. I love to go to estate sales. I like to have things around me that have a history. And some of them may not be my history or my family or Scott's family history, but they do have a history, like an old chair, an old table, or an old dresser. For me, they are, I don't know, more of an asset in a house than a piece of furniture from IKEA. That's just the way I look at it, okay? Not everybody is going to see it that way. I totally get it. Some people just go to Hoffman Koof or Raymer and Flanagan, if you have that in your area, and they just buy an entire set. You know, the lamps, the tables, whatever is in the store, like that box design, that they just bring that into their house and they're happy with it. I'm not. That's not me. And that's not Scott either. We like to have eclectic designs. We like to have a little bit of everything. Now, is the house big enough for that? Probably not, and I'm gonna have to accept that. The house is not big enough for my nonsense. So yeah, I've learned a lot. Emotionally, I think that this was a very, very enlightening experience. I definitely can do this, and so can you. I believe that the system itself, the way it's set up, where you work in chunks of 15 minutes every day, and then you do the weekly home blessing hour, and then you do your little 15-minute decluttering in the zone every single day, is actually allowing you to create a pattern of habits that is difficult to undo once it's established. I've noticed that the swishing and the swiping of the bathroom, and then the shining of the sink is something that when it's not done and you skip, there is not necessarily a guilt element added to you know, your life, but you definitely feel it. Whereas in the past, it was something that you could easily oversee. Now that I've been doing the FlyLady for an entire month, trust me, when the sink is not clean, I stop everything I'm doing. I'm stopping in my trucks and I am doing the sink. So it's taught me good, healthy habits. I like that a lot because that's really what I wanted to do, or at least acquire as part of my goals for 2017, was to create a system and habits. So yeah, it's not my system. I didn't come up with it. Somebody else did, and that's okay. It's working for me. So what I'm going to do moving forward is continue the zone cleaning. It's definitely not going to be as much as it was for this month, which just ended. Why? Because there's less to do. As you progress along, month after month, there's less and less that needs to be done. Like, for instance, there's not going to be any cobweb I need to worry about in the entryway on the second month, because it's not like in the basement, probably there will be, but in the entryway, no. So I can do other things in that zone. You get the point? All right. So I'm very happy with it. I'm even happier that I stuck with it and I managed to give you guys an entire month of videos on the FlyLady. I don't know if anybody else has done that on YouTube. To be honest, I haven't watched a lot of videos lately on YouTube because I am just tired, and I go to bed and maybe I read or I watch a little bit and I fall asleep within 10 minutes. So, but a lot of it is age as well. But it's been a lot of good, positive things happening in the house as a result of doing the FlyLady. It's kind of like a snowball effect. Like, one good thing happens, it attracts another one, it attracts another one. So yeah, it's pretty serene right now. We're very happy. The kids are still not cleaning the way they should be, but I'm getting them there. Okay, so give me a big thumbs up if you like this series and the videos. Don't forget to subscribe right here in the corner. So check out my channel for other videos in playlist, in cleaning and organizing. There's a whole bunch of stuff on my channel for you, and that would be it. So now it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's actually Sunday for me. We need to go to Kohl's and get a new pair of shorts for Edward. We're gonna have late lunch, brunch, learner, whatever you want to call it, and that would be it for me. Tomorrow is Memorial Day for me. It's already passed for you, and I will and tomorrow is the parade for Edward, and I'll definitely do some gardening. I don't think I'm going to do anything today. I will see you later. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.